Good morning guys, happy Wednesday. Just going to do a quick makeup tutorial before I go to school, and then I'm going to do another one when I get back, so let's get started. First I'm going to prep underneath my eyes and the sides of my mouth where I would get any lines or creases in my makeup with the Miracle Worker Primer from Philosophy. Next, I'm just going to prime my face with the Tarte Base Tape Primer. I typically like to use the Brow Wiz by Anastasia, but I ran out of that, so I only have my Brow Pomade by Anastasia. Next, I always cut my brows, which basically means to clean up the edges underneath them and make sure that the line on top and the arch over here are perfect, and I usually do that with a concealer or a foundation. I like to use a flat brush, got a tip, just so that I can get up there underneath my arch. This brow always turns out way better than this brow. It's so annoying. No matter how hard I try, this one is the easiest one to get in shape, and this one I always have to work on. Next, I just like to blend these out, but I don't want to use a beauty blender because sometimes I have a tendency to either smudge the product that's already on my brow, so I'll use a Morphe 244 brush for that. I am going to grab that same brush and just fill in a little bit more. I want to bring this part of my brow out and not make it super blocky because I do want it to look a little bit more natural instead of just like, there's my brow, you know what I mean? Next, I'm going to go in with foundation. I'm going to be using Revolution Beauty today. My shade is both of these mixed together, so I have F11 and F10. I still think this is a little bit too light. These are my summer shades, by the way, guys. So I'm going to tap into my Maybelline, actually this is L'Oreal. You probably shouldn't mix foundations, but I do sometimes just because I've never found an issue. Oh. I look like I'm about to go hunting or something. I'm just going to blend it out with my Morphe sponge. I honestly don't know what the name of the sponge is. I know they have like two of them, so I really couldn't tell you which one this is, but I love it. It came in my James Charles set, so if that tells me anything, that's what it is. You know, really make sure that you blend into your neck, because even if it's a shade too light or a shade too dark, if it matches your neck, it's less noticeable, and your ears. Don't ever forget your ears. Okay, I'm done with the sponge. I'm going to go with my IT Brushes Flawless Foundation Superstar brush. It's in the shape of a little star. It's so cute, but I'm just going to use that to get the rest of my foundation into my face. I really do not like cakey foundation, so that's why I go in with a brush and a sponge, just because it gets all that excess stuff off, gets the foundation where it needs to be, but doesn't leave a crazy amount just sitting on my skin, you know. Plus, it's still summer, it's still hot, there's still a lot of melting that goes on throughout the day, so I want to keep it full coverage, but also not crazy, or I look like I have caked my face. For concealer today, I'm going to be using my ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I've showed these in a video before. I'm obsessed with them. I have the shade Medium Dark 36. I actually got this too from Jackie Aina. She lets it sit for a second, and I was like, girl, what? She's always like, you can hate on me, doesn't matter, this is what I'm gonna do. So I tried it. I'm not gonna let it dry completely, but letting it sit there, I guess, makes it more full coverage in her findings, and so I've been doing that a lot more recently, which I actually don't hate. I'm not mad about it. I was watching the news this morning, and my boyfriend is at Paris Island right now for boot camp, becoming a Marine. But anyway, so he had to evacuate because there are Hurricane Dorian floods and like really bad damage supposed to be happening to the base, and so they had to move them from North Carolina to Albany, Georgia, I think. So that is where he's at right now. I haven't gotten my first letter from him. He's only been gone, I think this is week 3 now. Almost a month down, guys. But anyway, I won't be able to hear from him for another week, maybe another 2 weeks, just because the weather. I don't think anything is going to be able to get through the storm. Obviously, no one's going to be delivering mail if the whole island is evacuated, you know what I mean? So I don't know if they're going to provide us with a new address for where he's going to be at for the next week, or if there's like no point. I'll probably just wait another week to write him, which kind of makes me sad because I pretty much write every day to every other day, and I just want one letter back. I know when I get my first letter back, I'm going to feel like so much better about myself and like about the situation because I miss him so much. I blended out that concealer with my Morphe sponge, and I'm going to set it. I'm going to use Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder, and I'm also going to put it on a Morphe E48 brush, which is just like this bullet shaped brush, which is perfect for getting right underneath your eye. Anywhere that I put foundation over acne, I always set with powder too, just because I don't want it to wear off if I accidentally itch my acne, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I just kind of want it to be have that extra layer and barrier, just keeping it covered up and so that redness doesn't peek through. Next, I'm going to bronze, and I'm going to be using my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm going to put it on a Morphe M27, so it's just this big powder brush. I'll go into way more of an in-depth makeup tutorial next time I have time. I'm just trying to show you guys like my daily routines, and I don't really have much to say about those at the moment just because I only have about an hour to do my makeup right before I have to go to school, so I just kind of get it done, get in and go. Next, I'm going to go in with blush. I did not start wearing blush until like 3 months ago, to be completely honest, which is really weird for me to say because I have so much of it. I just never wore it. It took me a while to find one that would show up because I am brown skin. A lot of blushes just like either are too chalky for my skin tone or just don't show up at all or don't last. So it took me getting the Adeline Morin palette, which is actually this one right here, and it took me this shade right here to realize like, wow, blush really does that. Like, she's that girl, you know? Like, so once I'm done with that blush, I'm going to go with the second one actually. It's the NARS Orgasm one. I got this for my birthday. It's super, super small, but that's really all that I need, to be completely honest, because I have so many of them. This one's more of a sheer blush. It's got a little bit of a illumination to it, so I just like to put that over whatever I'm currently wearing. And I'm doing this while my eyes are still baked because when I wipe that off, I want it to all blend together and look like I'm not just like blush, under eyes, bronzer. So I'm going to go in with a Morphe M439 brush, which is just like this big packing brush. And I'm going to wipe away underneath my eyes, go back with my blush brush, go back with my bronzing brush. Next, I'm going to do my highlight. I have 2 highlighting brushes. I have this really big one. This is from Real Techniques. It's just a 100 brush, that's all I know. A Morphe M501 brush as well, which is a little bit more smaller and concentrated. This is the one that I'm using if I'm going for like an all over bronze look. Like, I'll do like so much of my face. This is more like concentrated if I want it like just right here, just right here, just up here, if that makes sense. The first one I'm going to use is my entire highlighter just broke. So the first highlight I'm going to use is my Anastasia highlighting kit. This is the one that just fell out, and I'm really, really sad because I'm looking down at it right now as it's shattered on my floor. Then we're going to go in with the Juvia's Place. I love this one, you guys know this. Then I'm going to go in with my first layer of defense, which is going to be the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Honestly, this is not the best setting spray, but I set my face a couple different times throughout the process, so I'm going to just do this after I have most of my base on, and then I'm going to do my eyeshadow. To prime my eyes, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Priming Potion in the shade Eden. And I always use a buffing brush or a blending brush to just pack that all over my eyes, spread it out. Today the palette that I'm going to be using is the Morphe Such a Gem palette. I'm also going to be using my James Charles palette. These are like huge palettes, oh my gosh. I'm going to go in with this color right here. And I'm using an M441. Next, I'm going to grab from the Morphe 39S palette, this one right here. Same brush, by the way. And just put that on my outer corner and bring it in. Then I'm going to switch brushes into a Morphe 456 brush. I'm going to tap into the Morphe 39S, this one right here. I'm going to pack that on my inner corner. And also in my outer. Next, I'm going to go in with the NYX Professional Makeup Glitter Primer, a Morphe 124 brush. I'm going to grab another one of the M244s, and I'm going to dip into this one right here. This is just going to ombre effect it. Then I'm going to go in with this shade right here. Then we're just going to work on blending the outer part of my eye. I'm going to pull out this Morphe James Charles again and tap right back into it right here. I really could not tell you what the name of this brush is, but it looks like this. Grabbing my beauty blender and kind of wiping some product away from underneath my brows because I don't want this shadow to go all the way up to my brow line. I'm gonna try to make it look as blended and as natural as possible. So then I'm gonna take a Morphe 35O Nature Glow palette, looks like this. And I'm going to use this shade right here. I'm just gonna grab a Morphe brush. Honestly, this is from their Gilded collection. I'm not totally sure what the name of it is called. But I'm just gonna pack that all the way up into my brow bone because this is pretty much the same color as my skin. So it's gonna make it look like a natural transition between my eyeshadow and my skin. I'm going to set all of it with the MAC Studio Fix Plus. I'm going to wear the Light Effect by House of Lashes. Iconic Light. It's Iconic Light, sorry. I love these lashes. They're natural, but they have a little bit of volume to them as well. Okay, now that my lashes are on, I'm just going to throw on some Tarte Lights Caramel Lashes Mascara just to blend them out and to make my other lashes look like they're not just like chilling under there, you know? This is weird. I always press my lashes to my fake lashes and try to stick them together so that you don't see that under lash. Alright guys, and that is it. I'm about to head to school. Well, actually, I should probably get changed. I'm not wearing any pants. But then I'm gonna head to school and I'll check in with you guys afterwards. Hey guys, just got back from classes for the day. It is now 1:44 in the afternoon. I did my makeup around 8:30 today. I definitely think that this foundation combo lasted. Like I said, it was the Revolution Beauty and the L'Oreal True Match that I mixed together for the right shade. And then I popped on some House of lashes and did a purple eyeshadow look for the day. I definitely love it. My brows still look good. I don't know if it was the setting spray or whatever I did today, but my makeup still looks bomb. Usually it looks a little bit worn down after the day because my hands are either on my face or my head is down or, you know, whatever. Just the wear and tear of wearing like makeup in general. But I definitely still love it. I think I have some other videos that I need to film. I need to figure out what is going on with my hair right now because it's like curly and natural, but it's also like tangled and frizzy. You know, like I'm in the between like a good hair day and a bad hair day. I'm kind of having like a hair day. So I'm going to figure out my hair and then I will be back in a little bit to check in before I go to church or if I decide to change my makeup look. I'm not totally sure what I'm going to do today. I don't know if I'm going to take it off and like take a really hard nap or what, but we'll see. So have a good one, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Hey guys, I'm back. I just took a super long nap and watched The Bachelor in Paradise and edited this video, but I just wanted to wrap it up by saying I hope you guys have a great day. I love you guys so much. Thank you for the support. Definitely feel free to comment below or DM me on Instagram if you have any more video ideas. This was one that was requested by a lot of the girls on my Snapchat for the look that I was doing today, and I just wanted to give you guys one, and I wanted to film one myself, so I will definitely be doing many more makeup videos in the future, but yeah, so I'm just going to go about my day. I'm going to go hang out with my family, and I have church at 9. Have a good one, guys.